welcome you all for today's session. In today's session, I'm going to explain you about data blending and cross-database joins. That is, how we are going to connect multiple data sources with Tableau. So agenda would be data blending, cross-database joins, when to blend, when to join, and also we are going to see about data extractions and refresh the extracts. First of all, when you have most of the real-time scenarios, you're not going to depend solely on one single data source. In most of the cases, we may need to bring the data from multiple data sources as well. So in case of using multiple sources, in Tableau, we use two methodologies. One is data blending and another one is cross-database join. So normally, when do you go for a data blending? When you want to bring data from different sources in order to create your views in your dashboards. When you are using a data blending, one data source will become the primary data source and others would be the secondary data source. There should be some relationship that exists between your primary data sources and secondary data sources. That is, you should have some kind of common data item which is going to connect your primary and secondary data sources. You can even use more than two data sources in order to do your data blending. You should be very clear when you are going for data joins and when you are going for data blending. Like how do you join two tables and bring in your data into a single table? Same like you are going to merge two data sources in order to bring the data from multiple data sources. As we already know, we have the four types of join: inner join, full join, left join, right join. But our data blending works on left join basis. So the uses of data blending would be, it helps user to combine two different data set that might be related to each other by some common attribute. Tableau automatically tries to link these two data sets based upon the common columns in both the data sets. Automatic relationship can also be edited if you want to go for a custom defined relationships. Data blending should be used when you have related data in multiple data sources that you want to analyze together in a single view. Tableau only supports left join in data blending. You cannot change the join order when you are using data blending. Cubes are not supported as secondary data sources when you use these types of multiple data sources. So how this actually data blending is happening? So when you are going to bring in your data from multiple data sources, you are going to add dimension from the primary data source to your view or the sheet. You are also going to add some fields from your secondary data sources as well. Every time when you bring in the data from these two data sources, you should make sure that either field names match or there is a relationship exists. There is also going to be a linking field which is going to connect the common field between the multiple data sources in order to allow the data blending. For each data source that is used on the sheet, the query will be sent to the separate databases and the results are going to get processed and merged through the data blending. From the version Tableau 10 onwards, they also introduced another concept called cross-database joins. That is, you're going to bring in your data from two different data sources. You're going to merge these two data sources in order to create your requirements using multiple data sources. When related data is stored in tables across different databases, you can use a cross-database join to combine these tables. To create a cross database, you must create a multiple connection Tableau data source. You do so by adding and then connecting to each of the different databases. So it can be any data sources which can be connected through cross database join. Again, it is not supported by multidimensional data sources. As I said, we should be very clear when should we go for a join and when should we go for blending. If all the data resides in one data source, joining the data table can improve performances and filtering control. If new data or a table is added in the same data connection, using a join would be a better option. If data source contain too many records, for a join to be practical, using data blending in such cases is preferable. When summary and detail both needs to showcased at the same time, then also data blending is preferred. So let's go for a live demo to see how data blending and cross-database join works in Tableau. Here first I am going to connect to the dataset sample superstore. In order to do data blending, go for the data menu, click on the new data source. You can add any of these data sources as your secondary data source. It can be a flat file or a server related databases. I'm going to add new data source. I'm keeping my secondary data source also as an Excel file. So click on the Excel. I'm connecting to the secondary data source called sample coffee chain. I'm going to drag the corresponding tables and create a join between them for sample coffee chain. Now if you see, I have connected to two different sources, sample superstore and sample coffee chain. The two main requirements for data blending, as I said, one thing, you should have a common item that is going to create relationship between these two data sources. Another thing, it works on the left join basis, that is your primary data source. It will take all the tables from the primary data source and only the matching records from your secondary data source. I go for a data menu, edit relationship, where the relationship would be defined. As I said, when there is a common column with the same name, Tableau automatically creates a relationship. Else you can go for custom and you could be able to create the relationship between any two common data fields. First thing, you have to define the relationship. Once the relationship is defined, you will be able to combine data from multiple data sources in order to do the data blending. I take customer name from sample superstore and budget sales from sample coffee chain. As I said, there is a linking field which needs to be linked every time when you create a view using data from multiple data sources, else it will throw in a warning message that data blending still not occurred. So once I link the linking field, since state is a common column which is connecting these two data sources, I have to connect the state with a linking field. As soon as I connect, I could see that my data blending happens. Sample superstore, which is indicated by a blue color tick mark, is a primary data source, and sample coffee chain indicated by a orange color tick mark is a secondary data source. Whatever item you are pulling from your secondary data source is also identified by orange color tick mark in the view. So now sample superstore is taken as a primary data source, coffee chain taken as a secondary data source. So all the records are taken from the sample superstore and matching records from sample coffee chain. That's why you are able to see some null values basically which is not present in your sample superstore. In the second sheet, I'm going to pull my first data item from sample coffee chain and second from sample superstore. In that cases, if you see here, sample superstore has an orange tick mark and coffee chain has a blue tick mark. Here, sample superstore has a blue tick mark, sample coffee chain has an orange tick mark, where in the sheet 2, since I pull the data item from sample coffee chain first, it acts as a primary data source. When you are creating a view from whichever data source, you are pulling your first data field, that would act as a primary source and other data sources will act as a secondary sources. So this is all about data blending. Also, when you are doing a data blending, if you are going to create a filter and if you want to make that filter as a global filter, so you have an option to make that filter global filter. That is, go to the filter properties, apply to worksheet and use the option all using related data sources. By using this option, this filter as a global filter across that related data sources. So this is all about data blending. You connect to multiple data sources, create the relationship, and you bring in the required fields to create your views. And it works as a left join basis, that is between your primary data source and your secondary data sources. Now let's see how to do cross database joins with Tableau. Let me take a new instance. When you're doing cross database joins, you first connect to your first data source. So I'm connecting to Excel and I'm going to connect with a data source called sales 2016. In this data source, I have some details about the sales orders and the market information, and I'm going to have my product information in a separate data source. I want to combine both my sales and product details in order to create my dashboards. So when you are doing a data blending, you go for the data menu, click on the new data source and add your secondary data sources. But when you are doing a cross database join, it's like how you connect uh, tables which is related from two different data sources. So here we are going to join the tables which is from multiple data sources. So if you see here, we have something called connections add. So click on add and connect your secondary data sources. That is, I'm going to connect with the CSV file product 2016, which is going to have my product details. Since data blending works only on the left join basis, but when you go for a cross database join, you're allowed to use any of these four joins. You can either go by inner join, left join, right join, or a full outer join. Inner join takes only the matching records between both the tables. Left, all the records from your left and the matching records from the right. Right, all the records from the right, matching records from the left. And full outer join will take both the records from both tables. It's like how you join two tables from a same data source. In cross database join, you're going to join the two tables from the multiple data sources. Here also you could see the color coding. A blue color indicates a primary source and orange color for the secondary source. So I'm going to change this name as sales and product 2016, because in cross database join we have joined the two data sources and completely merged into a single source. So now when you go for the sheet 1, you could see only the single source. So I can easily, I group by folder and I can create my views out of it. So this is all about cross database joins. As I said, cross database joins, you would not be able to connect with certain types of data sources which is not highlighted here, mainly your multidimensional data sources. I hope you understood the difference between data blending and cross database joins, and when should you go for a data blending and when should you go for a cross database join. Next, let's see about the data extraction. So in Tableau Basics, the first class itself, I would have explained about the data extraction, what is the use of extracts and all. So extracts are the saved subset of data that you can use to improve your performances or to take advantage of Tableau functionality not available or supported in your original data. Mainly to improve the performances when you are going to use a huge volumes of records or a large data sets, we go for creating extracts. Extracts can be the entire data sets or the only required data, subset of data which needed for our reporting needs. When you extract your data, you need to create an extract. By creating an extract, you reduce the total amount of data by using filters and defining other limits. Once you create an extract, you have to refresh it in order to capture your data changes. So when refreshing your data, you have several options to refresh your data. Either you go by an incremental refresh or you go by a full refresh. So why should we go for extract? As I told you, the main reason you go for extract is going to improve your performance tremendously. For file-based data sources such as Excel or Access, a full extract takes advantage of Tableau data engine. For large data sources, a filtered extract can limit the load on the server when you need a subset of data. You could also take advantage of Tableau functionality not available in original data source, such as ability to compute count distinct. It provides offline access to your data. If your data source is not available, you can connect to the extracts as you are going to keep your extracts as your local data source. When you create an extract, it is going to reside in your local in-memory and your data source is actually referenced from there. So what are the other things you do when you create an extract? Normally, when you refer your original data, it is not aggregated. That is, each record is shown as a separate row, even if you have 7 rows in your data. When you create an extract, you also have options to aggregate the data for the visible dimensions. That is, for a same date, if I am going to have 5 records, when it is going to be aggregated, it is just going to show me a single record aggregated based on that particular date. Aggregate data for visible dimension helps you to still make your data lesser and improve your performances. You are going to roll up your dates to the month level or a year level in order to aggregate your data and improve your performances. As I said, when you create an extract, the extract is going to be kept in your local memory. You need to do extract refreshes in order to capture the database changes. By default, extracts are fully refreshed. That means every time when you refresh the extract, all the rows are replaced by the exact copy which is available in your original data source. But when you are doing this kind of refresh, it is going to be taking a very long time. Also, it is a bit expensive based upon the size of your data. Also about the database you are connecting to it. But one advantage is you can make sure always you have the exact copy of data from your original data sources. If the extract is not set up for incremental extract, selecting to refresh the extract with full refresh the extract. If you are publishing the data source to Tableau server, you can specify the type of the refresh and also you would be able to schedule it based on a full refresh or incremental refresh. In case if you don't want to go for a full refresh every time, which is going to be time consumptions as well as expensive, you go for an incremental refresh. That is, you would be setting up to only particular number of rows which needs to be refreshed every time when you do a refresh. For example, you may have a data source that is updated daily with new sales transactions. Rather than rebuild the entire extract each day, you just add a new transaction that occurred that day. Then once a week you may want to do a full refresh just to make sure you have all the data that has been captured to your refreshes. So when you are going to refresh your extracts, based upon the needs, either we go for a full refresh or the incremental refresh. So let's see how to create extracts. So when you're connecting to any data sources, you will be having the live and extract option. When you go by an extract, you take either entire data set. As I said, when you're connecting with the flat files, the files is going to be in a much smaller size only. So in that cases, we can take the entire data set also. But the thing, why should we go for extract? It is going to improve the performances as you convert to extract. It works with your fast data engine connector. So when you are defining extract, you would also be able to add filters when you are using large data sets. so that you can restrict your data, that is, you take only the data which is actually needed for the reporting. That is, when you maintain 10 years of data in your database, if you don't want to use all the 10 years in your reporting, you need just current year data or a last 2 years data. So you make a filter in order to take only those particular required as a subset of data which is going to be kept in your refreshes. As I said, when you create a extract, so refresh option is available. So every time you do a refresh, you can either do incremental refresh or a full refresh. Refresh is mainly to capture the data changes. So now once you create your extract, it's going to reside in your local memory as a TDE or a hyper file. So you can right click on your data source, go for extract data. Here you can add the filters. So I would be having only 2017 data in my local data source. You can also aggregate your date for the visible dimensions. So you can choose at year level, month level or a quarter level. And here when you aggregating, you cannot go by incremental refresh. Else you can choose either you go by incremental refresh. In that cases, you have to choose a particular column. So if I choose the order date, what Tableau will do based on an order date, it takes number of records that was being presented during the last refresh and it will compare with the number of records present in your database. Based upon the number of differences, it is going to do the refresh. When you are going for an incremental refresh, be sure about the columns you are choosing. Based on that only your refresh is going to happen. But incremental refresh is very faster. So you can go for an incremental refresh frequently and do a full refresh once in a week so that you would be able to ensure you have the exact copy of a data in your local memory also. You can also hide the unused fields which is not actually used in your visualizations or dashboards, which still going to reduce the size of your data and improve the performances. If you are not specifying incremental refresh, by default it asks the full refresh of data every time when you do the refresh. You can also go when you extract the data. You also have options to refresh, append your data from the file. You can still go for query optimization. History will give you when the last refresh happened, the type of the refresh and how many rows is being refreshed. You can also see the location where your refresh is going to get saved, okay, and how it uses Tableau database engine when you are converting to your extract files. I hope in this session I explained you about data blending, cross database join and data extraction. Thanks for listening to the video. Thank you.